in the school. We've seen some good practice on the full cycle of leadership, what I do. You've heard from the pupils, but I just want to actually delve a little bit deeper into what actually the pupils do and then give them some sort of recognition for it. So, first of all, outstanding contribution to sport. So this guy, okay, so you've heard from him, but let's just a little bit deeper. So he's done the Sports Leaders Pathway. So this guy took part in Sports Leaders Level 1 in Year 9, Year 10, then he did Sports Leaders Level 2, then he did the High Sports Leaders, okay, so currently doing the High Sports Leaders. He's took part in virtually every single summer school and primary festival we've done, so I know that he's always on hand with a click of the finger to take part in anything he does. Guest volunteer, that's a Goole Area Sports School Partnership, so again it's with all the primary school stuff. Every time they do an event, every time they do things on, this guy's been involved. He's took part in the Duke of Edinburgh, bronze and silver. So again, anything what's been available to him is done. He's took part in the Viper, volunteering for young people in his riding. He's got the gold award for that. He was a young ambassador for sport in 2012. He's a qualified football referee, okay, and weekly and monthly referees for us for all the Year 7 all the way up to Year 11 games. So it saves me a job doing refereeing, but brilliant. The main thing for me though, and I don't think he mentioned this much, is a disabled splashers volunteer. And back when he started doing Duke of Edinburgh a couple of years ago, we were looking for a placement for him, for his volunteering hours, because you have to do 6 months, an hour a week volunteering. And this guy actually took it upon himself, not just to find a place, not just to take part for those once a week, but he's actually still, to this day, on a weekly basis, doing disabled splashers, okay, so he's volunteering there. So it wasn't a case for him, and this is the big ethos for me as well. It's not just a case of, yeah, don't we volunteer, that's me done, or what do I need to do, an hour a week, oh, quick, and for me, this is what it's all about, for him doing sustained leadership, and he's actually still getting involved, which to me is absolutely brilliant. He's took part in everything we've done, so he's got first aid, he's got CRB, he's got the food hygiene certificate, and he's also got his rounders leaders. So that guy, big clap, is Tom Knight.
There you go.
Are you photo cast or did you want? Sorry.
Please. Do you want to be in this as well?
No, you're alright. I'll get one later.
Thank you.
Well done, Tom.
Well done, Tom. Can I sit down?
Next one then is Outstanding Leadership Award. Okay, so this person again, okay, same as Thomas, followed the Sports Leaders Pathway. So we've done level 1, level 2, level 3. Again, any summer school and any primary school festivals at all, straight away, without me knowing, okay, without me emailing, I know this guy or this person will put his hand up straight away, yes, please get me involved. Again, Goole Area School Partnership volunteer, okay, so anything to do with that has been involved. He's currently involved on the V Inspired, so he knows he's doing his weekly hours, he knows he's logging that, and he knows it's going to go great for his university placement. The thing what sets this guy aside as well is literacy leaders. Okay, so as he's on a sports course, he's done everything sporty, but he also wants to be a literacy leader, and with that is a peer mentor. So on a weekly basis, he sits down in the library, he meets the little Year 7, little Year 8 pupils he's got, he has a one-to-one session, and he's actually making a difference. I've had stats and emails and everything tell me that he's actually improving the attainment, okay, of those pupils by being a literacy leader and a peer mentor. Again, he's took part in all the sports, so first aid, CRB, food hygiene. As I've already mentioned, this guy, as well as just doing his coaching and stuff, as well as doing a primary festival the other week, he just takes part now. Like straight away saw him, said, yeah, I'll have him, please. So straight up to him, can you be a coach at Goole Rugby Club for under 9s, under 10s? Straight away again, he knows the difference it's going to make into university, so he said, yes, please. Okay, so absolutely fantastic. Big round of applause to Jordan Whitman.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Community Award, okay, so this award is for not just stuff in school, not just stuff what I organise or Miss Henderson organise, but the wider stuff, the wider community stuff. So let's go, okay, dance leaders level 1 and 2. So remember, dance leaders only just introduced, okay, so And straight away this girl's wanted to be involved, got stuck in, wanted to establish things, wanted to develop things, and by that, every single Friday she's been attending a youth club, developing her dance sessions. And again, it's not just to get tick the box that she's done the dance leaders, it's not just to keep me happy or whoever asked her to go, it's actually, she's still going now. She doesn't need to still go, but she's still going, and the dance leaders are still going, so it shows actually really, really, really good commitment. She's becoming a champion in girls' lessons, so she's running lunchtime clubs. She's in her lessons for dancing and cheerleading and stuff. She's actually a role model. She's becoming a champion for us. Butterfly Dance Studio, which is a local dance production place. Okay, she's had a recent successful role of Little Red Riding Hood, which again were absolutely brilliant. It shows her how much she's developing. She stands up in front of the stage, in front of large audiences, and everything she's gaining or gained from the leadership stuff is rubbed up on that. And she's also been selected for the Phoenix Dance Production Company. Again, one of not many people at all from this local area has been selected, so it's really, really, really good. And she's at the forefront of a new GCSE dance course at GHS, okay, at Goole. So dance has never been done, okay, it's never been done successfully over the last few years, and she really, really, really wants to recognise that she can get really, really good grades out of it, and with Miss Henderson and with the PD department, she wants to develop that, okay, has been a role model and has been a champion. Again, a fantastic achievement, well done, Connie Redshaw.
Thank you.
Well done.
Last but not least, okay, again, the wider leadership. So it's not just what's happening in school, but the wider stuff. So this guy's been typical of not just what happens in lesson, but where he takes it as well, and where he wants to go. And this guy's been National Citizenship Service champion. So he didn't just take part, I know he's mentioned it before, but in spring, he did the NCS, and they did that good of a job, or he did that good of a job, that they want him to come back and be an ambassador and a champion. So when he comes back into the summer programme with our Year 11s, he's not just going to take part again, but he's going to coach the Year 11s, he's going to mentor the Year 11s, he's going to be an ambassador and champion for that. So it's a really, really good achievement. He's followed the sports leaders pathway, so he's done level 1, level 2, he's currently doing high sports leaders. Again, any summer school, any primary festival, he will be the first to put his hand up. Another big thing he's developed this year is a lunchtime supervisor, and we've got some new table tennis tables at our school, and to be honest with you, taking my customer away from me, because when I do the table tennis at my club there's nobody turning up, because I know they're always at this guy's, okay, so he's developing table tennis really, really, really good, and we've got the outdoor tables, he's organising tournaments, he's doing a fantastic job with that, and he's football and rugby coaching as well. Rugby's his preferred sport, but he knows that he will play football, he knows that he will coach football, he knows that he needs that for whatever he wants to do, whether it's coaching, whether it's university, and he's first to put his hand up and do any of that coaching. So again, a fantastic achievement, and that goes to Kieran Ayler.
Thank you.
Okay, well done. Right. Okay, so we've got one more presentation to make, which is on behalf of my organisation to the school, to your organisation. But I just want to say a few words just quickly in advance. As I said earlier, this kind of award, this status that the school's got, isn't a product of good fortune or luck. It is a product of hard work and dedication. And that comes from the staff, the head teachers who are leading from the front, but also the students that are giving up their time to volunteer, giving up your time to volunteer and have a positive impact on the community. And what's lovely to see is the school isn't just having a positive impact on the students' lives, but the students really are having an impact on the community. It's a true positive impact on community life. I think it's fantastic what you're doing. And we're loving that presentation there. We've now got an international focus from Singapore, should I say, Sports Council, to look and assess the good schools, the schools that are doing fantastic things. And we want to replicate this all over the world. And it's the things you are doing here, the model of how you deliver here, is how we want other schools, both nationally and internationally, to deliver. So that's something to be really proud of. And this isn't 10 a penny. As I said, we've got 23 in the whole of England. You imagine how many secondary schools there are in England. This is a really, really fantastic status. Now, I can't say that, well, I can't say that enough, really. You've probably heard of the MPQH qualification. It's a qualification that gives teachers some skills and kind of a qualification to go on if they're interested in headships, in being heads in schools. And I learned that when they asked the question, what's the purpose of a school and a secondary school? They said simply it was to prepare the young people to leave you and prepare them for life beyond the school gates. And sometimes I think schools can focus quite rightly on academic studies of maths and English. But here I think you're doing the full picture. You're focusing on the whole rounded character of the young people by giving them the leadership skills. Our leadership qualifications try and teach communication, organisation, but mostly life skills, self-confidence. So the young people are confident to leave you and go out into the outside world. And I think from what you said there, you're certainly getting that education here, you're getting that rounded picture. And just chatting to you over the kind of interval, it was nice to hear you speak so nicely of Mr. Poskett as well. I'm not sure my students...
It's because we have to.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Got me money somewhere.
Speak so nicely of me. So, we've had a fantastic insight in terms of how you deliver here, the quality assurance here, and we've had a snippet of the leadership. And granted, I don't know the full picture of the school, but in terms of the leadership, we think it's fantastic what you do. I'm a new father. I've got a 10-month-old and a nearly 2.5-year-old, and I think that I want my boys, I'm so passionate about what experiences and what life they're going to have, but what schooling, education they're going to have. And we have lots of private schools, independent schools wanting this status because they want to fly and lead from the front everywhere. And it's so nice for a state school to get this status. But moreover, I want my boys to go to a school like this and be taught by teachers like you. And as a father, I don't think I can say anything nicer than that. So congratulations to Neil. And at that point, I'd like to hand over the official plaque. And from this point forward, Goole High School is now an official leadership academy. So congratulations. Okay, we'll have an outside the front as well, shall we? Yeah.
Thank you.
Right, so guys, I think that's it, right, Neil?
That's it.
So yeah, thank you for attending.
Oh, yeah, just
Oh, sorry.
sorry.
In Shuko Hedges style, one of us starts, the other one finishes off. But I tell you, there's one word, isn't there, that comes to mind when you come to an event like this, and it's got to be proud, isn't it? And I think you're right. We talk about what schools are about, and I think it's always been a privilege to be the head of a secondary school, because they come in year 7 and they're little kids, and they leave when they're sort of in year 11 or 13, and they're young adults. And what we've done is we've helped shape them along that journey. And what an amazing set of examples we've got of the kind of young people that we are sort of creating in Goole High School. You're absolutely right, Dave. We are more than just a school that churns out results. We know that's a starting point for everybody, but we also know the world out there is competitive, and we need young people with the qualifications and skills and desire to make a difference. And what we're really proud of is that our young people don't just give back to the kids in this school, they give back to their community. And you're right to have noticed the fact there's an awful lot of stuff that's going out there that they're already involved in community services that they're already sort of massive, sort of making a big difference to. And we know that they will continue to be the ambassadors of the future, but what they're also doing is investing in our young little ones to make sure that as they come through the school, that legacy will continue, and we are enormously proud and grateful to you all. But equally so to Neil, because one of the things we greatly believe in is that you can't kind of like force leadership. It's something inside you that you kind of can actually only bring out the best in people. And Neil, actually, give him credit. We basically said, look, go off and make it work, and he did. And it's a real credit to him. He had a vision, he had a passion. Yeah, he bangs on our doors all the time. He hassles us for money, and we say no. But he still makes things work. And he's a real good role model because, he isn't that much older than the kids that he's working with. And what a great legacy we've got coming through the school. We've got staff, we've got young people, we've got little ones coming through. I just think that the future of this town is secure. So thank you to everybody, and well done.